Yo, what's up, Broncos country? How's it going tonight, guys? So me and Mohamed are back this week, and we got a lot of news to go over this week because we had mandatory minicamp this past week. A lot of news on the Jonathan Cooper front, the Bo Nix front, a signing that happened, a ranking that came out over the week that I saw on one of the big sports talk shows that I'd like to go over tonight, and some other things. So let's just get into it. So, Mohamed, the Broncos signed a former UFL player onto the squad. They didn't sign to a long year contract or nothing. They just signed him, brought him in. They're going to have him probably through training camp, through the preseason. But I want to get your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the Broncos signing St. Louis Battlehawks receiver Hakeem Butler?
Honestly, Eddie, I didn't know much about him before. I did like read up upon him, and I know, our coach, former defensive coach Wade Phillips was talking highly about him. But I mean, from everything I've seen, the guy is really good. I can't believe he's not in the NFL. I know he kind of bounced around, but he's a big wide receiver. He's doesn't really have a lot of like routes that he can run. I think it's like two or three, but the ones that he masters. So I think it's really good depth part. We already have a lot. We're gonna have a lot of competition on that wide receiver room. So adding somebody in his caliber only gonna make it better. Do I think he's gonna make the roster? I don't know, Eddie. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, but he's gonna actually push the other guys, I think. So what a great addition to the Broncos.
I've been waiting all week for this. He came from the St. Louis Battlehawks. Now, as most of you know, I'm from St. Louis. And I love football. I don't care if it's the NFL. I don't care if it's college. I don't care if it's Canadian Football League or the UFL. And I've watched every UFL game for the last like 3, 4 years since they really came back. I think it was like 2, 3 years ago, the XFL and the USFL, they combined into the UFL. Um, but I watch my Battlehawks every year. And let me say this, Hakeem Butler can catch everything. The guy, he was the best, he won, I think, the offensive rookie of the year in UFL this year. He's like the best receiver in that league. And I'm so glad the Broncos picked him up. Now, it's kind of hard to say what's going to happen because the Broncos have so much receiver depth. Even before they made this signing, they had so much receiver depth. You got Cortland Sutton. You got three big receivers that are kind of like a Hakeem Butler. Like Hakeem Butler, I think is like 6'5",
Hmm.
230 or 240 pounds.
Big guy, yeah.
Um, and you got Sutton, big dude. You got Troy Franklin, big dude. Pat Bryant, who you drafted last year, big dude. So, and I would love for him to stay on the Broncos. I really would. He went from one of my favorite teams in the my favorite team in the UFL to my favorite team in the NFL. I just feel like he's going to be a training camp slash, preseason type receiver. And then once it has to come time to make the cuts for the 53-man roster in August, he's not going to make the roster because I don't see them cutting Troy Franklin. I don't see them cutting Pat Bryant. I don't see them cutting, Cortland Sutton. I don't see them cutting uh, Marvin Mims. And the thing about it is, there's what is that? That's one, two, three, four receivers right there already that you have. I mean, worst case scenario, they get rid of little Jordan Humphrey and they bring, Akeem Butler in. He's like the fifth wide
Yeah.
receiver on the roster. I mean, it's possible though that they keep him on the 53. They get rid of little Jordan Humphrey, and maybe he works his way up. Maybe he outplays a Pat Bryant. Maybe he outplays a Troy Franklin or Marvin Mims. Hell, may I even say a Cortland Sutton? Who knows? I mean, I don't think it's going to get that far. I would love it to. Like he was my favorite player in the UFL, and I would love for him to stay on the Broncos because he is a good receiver. But it's like the Broncos have so much depth there that I think they're more likely to keep those guys that have been here already over him.
But Eddie,
So
let me ask you this: Why?
what's
Why
up?
would I mean? We already have all this competition. We have all this good wide receivers. Like, why would they bring him? I was thinking about that earlier. It's like, have they seen something or? trying to push the other guys. I don't get it. Seriously.
The only one they'd be able to try to push, like, because like you got three of the same type receivers on the
Hmm.
roster right now. Big body, 50-50 ball guys. You got Sutton, who's your, or no, I forgot one. You forgot Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I am so messed up right now. I forgot Jalen Waddle. So technically, he would have to be the sixth receiver on the depth chart.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's the thing. You know, Jalen Waddle is your number one. Like, he has to fight with Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin, and Pat Bryant. You know, he would have to play better than at least two of those guys to probably stay on the active roster. And I don't think Cortland Sutton's going to go anywhere. I could be wrong, but I don't see him going anywhere. I don't see Troy Franklin going anywhere because that's like Bo Nix's buddy, like one of his favorite targets on the roster. That's like his security blanket. That's like Travis Kelce to Patrick Mahomes. That's like Rob Gronkowski to Tom Brady all them years. That is what Troy Franklin is to Bo Nix. And I don't want to get rid of him. That's a security blanket. Or Pat Bryant, he just drafted last year. And honestly, Pat Bryant, in my opinion, played better than Troy Franklin did last year. He caught more
He did.
balls. He had
He did.
more opportunities. He got more opportunities the more he caught.
He did.
So I don't know where Hakeem Butler would fit on this roster. I
Yeah.
don't. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna get rid of Marvin Mims, your Pro Bowl returner? I mean, because he was already on a limited role last year. But was it? Yeah, he was on a limited role last year.
Hmm.
With all the depth we had. Like, if we needed him out there to be a speed guy, yeah. But now you got Jalen Waddle, who's actually faster and more experienced. So, and he's not going to get hurt as much because he's not playing two positions. He's not playing receiver and special teams. Jalen Waddle specifically is going to be on offense. So, I don't know, man. I would love for him to stay, but he would have to beat out, in my opinion, he would have to, make Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin irrelevant. He'd have to be at least two of those receivers out in order to stay on this roster.
I mean, there's a reason, Eddie. Like, it's not random. I don't think they're doing it randomly, but it's just like I was thinking about it, like I said, and it just didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, that room is just so crowded. And if he does actually play really well, show up really well, like training camp, and he might not clear waivers. You know, the team
Well,
might snatch him.
that's the other thing too. This also might signify to me that they might, because Hakeem Butler, when he was in the UFL, he also played special teams. But
Okay,
I don't want a big 6'5", 300 or 300, 230-pound receiver back there, on kickoff returns or punt returns. I don't want that. I want someone like a Marvin Mims, a speedy dude.
exactly.
And
Smaller
we don't,
side.
yeah, and I highly doubt that they're gonna put, Jalen Waddle back there to receive punts or kickoffs. I don't think they're gonna put him back there. They're not gonna put their number one receiver back there to do that.
That's very risky. Yeah, no.
So, I mean, the only other thing I could think of is maybe a corner they like to put back there to receive punts. Maybe a running back, like maybe Bidet, maybe RJ Harvey, maybe Jonah Coleman to be back there receiving punts and kickoffs. So I don't know, but again, he's going to have to beat out Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant in order to earn the spot on this roster. And honestly, I'm not saying he has to beat out both, but he has to beat out at least one of those guys. And if I had to guess right now who that would be, I hate saying it, but I would say it's probably going to be Troy Franklin.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Because Troy Franklin still has an issue with drops, and Hakeem Butler don't. Pat Bryant, Hakeem Butler, I mean, even Cortland Sutton, I guess you could say, but I don't know if they're going to get rid of Sutton either. They might. They could possibly trade Sutton during training camp or preseason.
Yeah, that's what they're. I don't know, Eddie, but Troy Franklin. That's gonna upset Bo Nix, Eddie. I don't see them doing that, honestly.
I don't either. Like I said, that's a security blanket.
Yeah.
They could. There's two receivers I could see getting traded. Or actually, I'm sorry, three. I do see three receivers that could get traded to where they could. I'm not saying they're going to trade all three of these. I'm saying one of these three receivers I can see getting traded if they really like Hakeem Butler and they want to keep him on the roster. Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims, because he's already in the last year of his contract anyway. I think Sutton is too, to be honest. and what is this? 24, 25. And Troy Franklin, because Troy Franklin's going into year 3. He still has got this year in 2027 on his rookie contract because he doesn't have the 5th-year option. But it's going to be one of those three. If they wind up keeping Hakeem Butler on this roster after they have to make their 53-man cuts, it's going to be one of those 3 receivers that probably get traded. If not, maybe even 2. That's just my thought.
It's gonna be some
So,
tough decisions for the Broncos. That's for sure.
yeah, but tough decisions like that are always a good thing, man,
Yeah.
because you have
Yeah.
so much depth. It's really
Exactly.
good for you. So, but moving on from that, the next thing I want to talk about is Bo Nix's how he looked out there. Like it's like the first week in OTAs, Bo Nix was just standing
Mm.
out there. He wasn't really doing nothing. He's just sitting there talking to the coaches and everything. But this past week in mandatory minicamp, Bo Nix was out there throwing, and he was throwing dimes to guess who? Jalen Waddle. So, Mohamed, what was your initial thoughts when you saw Bo Nix out there in mandatory minicamp after his ankle surgery?
I mean, Eddie, I did have my doubts. Like, how is he gonna look? I mean, he had surgery. A second one too, just to get all that cleaned up. But after seeing him out there, Eddie, he did not miss a beat. That's Bo Nix. That's how Bo Nix was. He looks really sharp, really good. Moving really well. Doesn't seem like his ankle is bothering him and stuff. But having said that, I think Sean Payton said that he's progressing pretty well, but let's not rush him. Let's just take it easy, and he's looking good, but um, he's gonna be ready, Eddie. Like, no, I don't have any doubt in my mind now. There's not gonna be any delay. He's gonna be ready and stuff. But once the season starts, Eddie, still don't have him run a lot. Hand it off, run the ball, short passes. You take a shot every now and then, but let's not put him on harm's way. At least 4 or 5 weeks until we know he's good. You
Yeah.
know,
Um, based, man, I watched a lot of those videos. I don't know if you saw those, like DMVR. They posted a lot of videos.
yeah,
It wasn't just the Bo Nix. It was the whole team. All the players like Jonah Coleman.
yeah.
J.K. Dobbins, Sutton, Bo, even the defense. Bo's out there. He's running around. He's having a good time. He's making throws. Like he basically said, that ankle feels good as new. It doesn't. It's not even bothering him at this point.
Yes.
But I do agree on the fact that as much as I know they probably want to use him in the run game, like they want to, have him, do like quarterback runs and stuff. I would at least, I'd give it a few weeks into the season. I give it like 2, maybe 3 weeks,
Yeah.
just to make sure that he's okay in those first games. Actual live action, gets out there, and if he's doing okay, the ankle's doing fine, then you can start, kind of putting in some of them QB runs. But honestly, kind of going back to the Hakeem Butler thing, Mohamed, Davis Webb calling plays. I don't think they're going to run that much this year. I know they haven't really ran much in the past years with Sean Payton. It's always been like, I mean, because we fought, well, I mean, not fought, but we talked about it on this podcast where we're like, even in Bo Nix's rookie year when he was struggling, it's like, Sean, you need to run the ball more. You're having Bo Nix throw the ball like 30 to 40 to sometimes even close to 50 times and only running it like 20 plus or 20 or more, less
Yeah.
times a game. That was Sean Payton. I don't know, man. With all these weapons they got on offense, they got Justin Jolly, they got Evan Ingram, Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, Jalen Waddle, Cortland Sutton. Depending on what happens with Akeem Butler, Marvin Mims. Like they got so many weapons that they can throw to that I don't see them running a whole lot. I know they got 3 good running backs. They got R.J. Harvey. They brought in Jonah Coleman with the draft, and they brought back J.K. Dobbins, but I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here, Mohamed. Knock on wood. But honestly, I hate to say it, but I think by the end of the season, you're only going to have 2 running. Like right now, you got a 3-headed monster. You're going to have a 2-headed monster by the end of the year, and Coleman and Harvey, because I know I hate saying this, but Dobbins is going to get hurt again. That's just what he's labeled as now. Every
Yeah.
single year he's been in the NFL, he gets hurt. Whether if it's a gruesome injury, an injury that keeps him out for a few weeks, whether if it's, a freak accident or if it's something it always keeps coming back, whatever it
I know.
is. It's just like he's always hurt. He gets hurt every year. And maybe he doesn't miss as many games this year. If he gets hurt again this year, I'm not saying he's going to miss as many games as he did last year, but I expect him to at least miss a few weeks, honestly. So I don't know. With all the weapons we have for the passing game, dude, oh my God. Like, I feel like, and Davis Webb, if it's true that he's going to be gone after this year to go take a head coaching job somewhere, he's going to want to show off what he can do in the air attack. I mean, of course, he's going to want to show he can do it in the running game, but he's going to be like, you know what? Look at this quarterback I got. Granted, he's already been developed. Sean Payton did most. I mean, Davis Webb kind of helped with that because he's been here since
Yeah.
Bo Nix has been here. But it's like he's going to want to show his plays off air-wise, like what he can do with a quarterback that he decides to choose to whatever team he decides to go to. This is what I can do with a quarterback that I helped picked out or that I, like and that I can develop myself or I can partially develop myself. He's going to want to show that off. I have a feeling Bo Nix is probably going to throw for over 5,000 yards this year. I know that sounds crazy because his first 2 years he's been like high 3,000s, just under 4,000. I don't know, with all these weapons, man, and Davis Webb, trying to be showing off his playbook and what he's going to be trying to do with his new team next year. I feel like Bo Nix is going to throw for like over 5,000 yards,
Can't wait, Eddie. I
and he's
can't wait.
probably going to have close, if not over 40 touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see Bo Nix out there with Davis Webb. But as we all know, like we've talked about in the past, I don't think this is going to happen. But in the off chance it does, Davis Webb, the offense starts to become stagnant. Bo Nix not looking as good. The play calling's a little Sean Payton's going to take it back over. I know he said he won't. I think he said that at one point. He's not going to take it over if Davis Webb struggles a little bit. But if it really starts going south, come on, we know Sean Payton's going to take back over play calling if it really starts going bad. Like if he has a little bit of hiccups here and there, Sean's not going to give me the play calling back. He's going to let Davis Webb struggle a little bit, but that's what training camp and preseason's for, mostly preseason. So we'll just have to wait and see. But man, I'm so happy to see Bo Nix back out there. He looks sharp. He looks good. And if this kid can stay healthy this year, we are winning the Super Bowl. I have no doubt in my mind because we should have won the damn thing last year if he didn't get hurt.
Mhm.
So,
I know.
But next up on the docket, Mohamed, want to get your thoughts on this. Jonathan Cooper. Jonathan Cooper. I don't know if you heard, Mohamed, but there was some more news that came out this past week about that, but I'm pretty sure he went to court. I haven't really heard nothing on the court case. Bond, if he's going to jail. I mean, we're probably not going to know nothing from the NFL side of things until all this legal stuff actually gets cleared up. But what are your thoughts and what have you heard over this past week about Jonathan Cooper?
Honestly, Eddie, like it's like you said, I know he did not practice. He's not practicing. I've heard a comment. I forgot what it is exactly, but there was a comment that they said Sean Payton made, and like ownership basically saying that they don't really tolerate certain behaviors and such. It's just giving me this indication, Eddie, that's they're really gonna go ahead and he's gonna get cut. I hate to say it, Eddie, but I think they're gonna cut him. If they don't cut him, we already know the NFL is gonna suspend him for 3, 4 games. I don't know, Eddie. So it's not looking good for him. But I know the Broncos made some move, with Hakeem Butler. I know they made a couple of more moves also. It doesn't seem like they're looking to add another piece, to replace them. So I think they're happy with the young guys that they have, right? I've been hearing some good things from minicamp. So maybe they're not really worried about it. If they feel like they're gonna cut him, they're gonna just go ahead and cut him and let the young guys play and compete. But it's definitely not looking good for him, Eddie. And it's just really sad, Eddie, because he never had any issues in the past. It's not like he was a troublemaker or anything. You know, it's just one of those situations. When it's like all this relationship stuff is involved. It's always very cloudy, right? It's sad, but that's what it is.
Yeah, I did. I thought I heard something about he was choking his girlfriend or something, like picked her up and was choking her, all this stuff. I mean, this is. I mean, I don't know if it was 100% true, if it was just speculation I was reading, because I didn't really get a chance to read up on it too much this past week. I just knew he had a
Mhm.
court date this past week. That's why he wasn't at mandatory minicamp and he was excused from it. And you're right. Like, if he did what he did, if he really truly did all those horrible things, then yeah, no team should have. Every team should have zero tolerance on that crap. Like, I understand you want the best players on your roster, but at what costs? Like, I wouldn't want to have somebody that's out there, hurting women, hurting children,
Yeah,
or putting people in danger. Like, what was his name, Rasheed Rice? Like, I don't know if you saw the
Mhm.
video of him leaving the jail
Yeah, yeah,
earlier
yeah.
this week. Paparazzi's there trying to follow him, trying to ask him questions, filming him, and he's running out the jail and getting into a black SUV and taking off. Um, but yeah, if they're doing these horrible things, these players are doing these horrible things, yeah, they should be suspended. They should be cut. I don't care about their talent level. I don't want that kind of, you know, I don't want that kind of energy, that kind of person in the locker room to, like cause problems in the locker room. We don't need that. That's how dysfunctional teams work, and that's how stuff like that enters a locker room and it starts affecting the locker room and it starts affecting the winning
Mhm.
culture in that locker room if they have one.
But you
Um,
know what, Eddie? I just want to add that I mean, it's very clear that the Denver Broncos, from like the picks that they make, even the trades that they're concentrating on getting captains. They're trying to get some good people in. They're not. If a player has any kind of sort of issue, even if they're talented, they're not going to bring that any sort of cancer to that break
no,
room. I mean, like locker room. Yeah. So it's. I'm not saying he's that, but it's like I said. If it's true, you've done those things, then you really shouldn't be with the Broncos. Is what it is.
it's a culture thing. It's a characteristic thing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want that kind of a character in your locker room to damage the culture of that locker room. These players
Mhm.
over the last couple of years, and I'm not going to take anything away from Jonathan Cooper, but the last couple of years, this team has been built to be a winning franchise again, winning games, being a competent franchise again, and you can't have something like that in the locker room. I don't care how talented the person is, you can't have that. Um, with that said, though, what was I going to bring up? I really hate this fact that it's getting to this point, but the Broncos, like you said, you mentioned young guys. They still got Q Robinson, DeAndre Tillman. They got Jonah Ellis,
And I was
and
yeah.
from my understanding, Jonah Ellis has been really, really stepping up out there.
Yeah.
Um, and I heard or I saw on Twitter that they moved Drew Sanders back to outside linebacker, and he's been doing really well out there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not saying that is or isn't, but that might be a signal that, hey, maybe they're thinking or maybe they will possibly move off Jonathan Cooper.
They're probably yeah. They're probably.
That's what the case is. I'm just throwing the facts out there that I saw, that I read, that I seen online. And these are not from, like just random people. These are from sources that I trust, that I read on Twitter, that whenever they say something, I listen, because they're always, well, not always right, but majority of the time they're right. They usually know what they're talking about. So, but I just really hope none of that stuff is true with Jonathan Cooper. I kind of hope he didn't do all that, but again, I haven't really heard anything since earlier in the week whenever he went to court, but we'll just have to wait and see. We got one in here from Ernie Mays. He says, "Go Broncos country. Only think Broncos big, not 31 teams small. Hello, man. Appreciate you, Ernie. Thank you for
Thank you.
being in tonight with us. Let's see. We got a couple more in here. Who's this? Surge Sports Entertainment, I think. 18.29 million in dead cap if they cut him. 12.5 million against the cap, so they won't cut him. I wouldn't say that. I honestly would not say they wouldn't cut him.
It just
Like,
depends. It depends on what comes out of it. Yeah.
exactly. It depends on what comes out of it. Like,
Yeah.
if if he's going to be a cancer, like we said, if he's going to be a cancer in the locker room, Sean Payton's not going to tolerate that. He'll cut him. We know Sean Payton doesn't care about dead cap money. For God's sake, 85 million to get rid of Russ, even though I'm not a Russ defender here. I'm not. Don't hate me on this, guys. I love Bo Nix. I'm glad we got rid of Russ and we got Bo Nix. But I don't hate Russ. But Russ had a solid season in 2023. His stats were solid, even though he threw a lot of underneath passes.
Yeah.
They don't care. That's not what winning breeds. Like, and that cancer that comes in there. And Russ, I hate to say it, he was a cancer in this locker room. He was that type. He was a cancer in the Seahawks locker room. Like, if you go back and listen to ex players, Richard Sherman, Marshawn Lynch, he's like, dude, we had to go to his agent just to even talk to him and try to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson was a cancer. And Sean does't care. Like, if you are bringing that kind of crap into the locker room, he will not hesitate to cut you. He doesn't care how much the cap money is. And the fact that Sean Payton just signed a new contract, he's not going nowhere. The owners are going to let him do whatever that. I mean, unless it literally destroys the entire team. Like, I mean, if he's literally crippling the team so bad, like, say he cuts like three guys that make like, 40 million a year or whatever, and he's just getting rid of all the good players, kind of like Josh McDaniels did. Like, they're not going to fire Sean Payton if he cuts Jonathan Cooper, and they have to eat that kind of dead cap because that's nothing to them. That really isn't. So, let's see. Don't have any more. Next up, Mohamed, is let's see what we got here. Mini camp. We kind of talked over that already, but what are some of the players that have been standing out in your opinion at mini camp that you like seeing?
Definitely, I'll start with Waddle, Eddie. I mean, he's as advertised. I know we talked about it last week. Could already see that him and Bo Nix are making that, chemistry is only going to get better. I'm really excited. He's going to change our offense, Eddie. He's going to change how defenses play us, and that's a big deal. We were missing that. The running backs, Eddie. I know what you were saying about J.K. Dobbins and stuff. If he manages to stay healthy, Eddie, with the three-headed monsters that we have, Eddie, we'll be a top running team in the NFL. Telling you, I'm really excited. I really think our running room is finally there. Where I could just say that we're not going to worry about it at all. You know, just the health part is the problem. Evan Ingram, I heard, is doing really well, Eddie. Yeah, so maybe it was a Sean Payton thing. Maybe it's the way Sean Payton was, doing the plays. So we'll see. And we have all them young um, tight ends that we got. So all that is going to help us, right? As far as the defense, I've been hearing a lot from Jonah Alice. They say he's playing really well. I'm not worried about the line, honestly, Eddie, as I was before, because it looks like the young guys are stepping up. They're pretty well, so not worried about it. That's as far as I've heard, Eddie. Just overall, the offense doing really well. Defensive linemen are playing really well. Um, they got a couple of sacks. Q Robinson got a couple of sacks too, from what I heard. So that's all I got. What you got?
The biggest one to me, and I heard a lot of news about him over this past week in mandatory minicamp. The young rookie defensive lineman, Tyler Obenham, or I think his name is,
Okay,
that he has not missed a beat. He's looked really good out there. That's the
really
reports
good.
on.
Okay,
So if that is true, if he is playing that good, he's getting after the quarterback. He's I think they said there was one play he got in there and he would have sacked the quarterback. Um,
disruptive.
yes, very disruptive.
Good.
If all this is true, I don't think we're going to miss John Franklin Myers. I think this defensive line is going to be just fine. If the reports I keep hearing and the stuff I keep hearing, like I'm not gonna fully go there yet. I want to see how he does in training camp, and I want to see how he does in live game situations such as the preseason. So as soon as we see that, if he's in, I can't wait for preseason, man, because if I'm watching this and I see him in the backfield consistently, dude, like I'm not gonna worry about the defensive line at all. So another position I'm really looking forward to, and I hear good things about is the cornerback room. Now, I think we kind of touched on it last week, Mohammed, that it seems like Jaquan McMillan might get a contract extension. I don't know. And if he does, like again, like we kind of talked about last week, I don't know what they're gonna do. Just like the receiver room, man, what are they gonna do? Like you gotta pay like Jaquan McMillan's going to want a deal. Like they tendered him, they brought him back for just 1 year. Riley Moss is on the last year of his deal. Like they got to figure this stuff out.
If they pay him, Eddie, Moss is gone. There's no way. I mean, what are they gonna do? Can't pay him and pay Riley Moss because he's like, I don't know, Eddie.
Well, the only thing like, we talked about last week that Jahdae Barron, he's really good in that, like hybrid safety type linebacker position. But if they pay Jake Jaquan and then Riley Moss, like Riley Moss will play this year in Denver. Like there's no doubt
Yeah,
about that. He'll
yeah.
play in Denver. But after the season, starting in 2027, if they wind up letting him walk because they refuse to pay him, then they got to move Jahdae to the outside. You got this number 1 overall pick. You cannot just keep him in that hybrid position where he's on the field only partial time. He needs to be out there every snap on defense, in my opinion. That's how he's a first round pick. I don't know. Like, I think he's solid right now. I can't say he's great or good or like that guy yet because we don't get to see him that much. We didn't see
Nope.
him that much last year. I mean, in the limited reps that we did see him, he looked really good, but I need to see more. I need him to be on the field more. And if Riley Moss winds up leaving next year, they're gonna move Jahdae to the outside. They're going to.
I
They
think they're
have
gonna
to.
wait and see, Eddie. They're probably just gonna wait and see, and then decide what they're gonna do. If they're gonna go ahead and pay McMillan and move Jaddy to the outside.
Well, that's the thing because whoever they pay, say they decide to pay, Jaquan McMillan. You're right. Riley Moss is gone after next year or
Yep.
after this year. I'm sorry. And then that's going to put Jahdae Barron to the outside. If they decide to pay Riley Moss after this year and let Jaquan leave next offseason, then they're going to have to put Jahdae in the slot.
Mhm.
Like whoever they pay, cornerback wise, whether it's Moss or McMillan, whoever they pay, the opposite one's gone, and that's where Jahdae is going to go. And it's kind of a hard thing because what like if what if both Riley Moss and J Mac have the same type of season? They both have really, really good seasons again this year. I mean, Moss, honestly, in my opinion, had the worst season of the two last year. He was good, but he was getting burnt. He had a lot of penalties. Granted, some of those were not warranted. J Mac, dude, he's like the best nickel corner in the NFL. You ask anybody. That's why I think they're going to pay him. Unless he completely falls off the face of the earth this year, J Mac, he's not going nowhere.
I would rather have him anyway, Eddie. Like I don't want to lose him, honestly. Like when they tendered him, I was so excited because I thought he's gonna walk. So I'm glad we have him. Hopefully they can work something out. Sorry, Moss, but it's what it is.
Yeah, like, I
Can't keep
like
them
Moss.
all. Yeah, we can't keep them all. I mean, it's top of the
They
business.
ran the stats. J Mac was the best nickel corner in the NFL last year.
Yeah.
I don't want to give that up.
Oop.
Again, Moss, he got beat a lot last year, and whenever he didn't, like he got flagged a lot. Now, I'm not saying that was all his fault. There was some of those flags they threw on Riley Moss. You're like, that was not a flag, dude.
Eddie, they
He never
might they might trade him during the season. Maybe they'll go ahead and just trade him if they're paying McMillan and they feel like. I mean, don't forget Eddie. Abram Drains is pretty good too.
True, yeah,
So it's
but
not like
that makes the decision even more difficult. And
yeah.
unless now, hear me out. Like, I'm not saying this is going to happen. What if they let both those guys walk? What if they let J Mac and Riley Moss walk next year, and then they throw Jade into the slot and they throw Chris Abrams Drain on the outside?
I'll have to see a little more. That make me a little nervous, Eddie.
But that's what I'm saying. You're not going to like unless someone gets hurt, like Riley Moss or PS2. You're not going to see much of Chris Abrams Drain during the regular season. You're not. You're going to
Because
see
he's a
more
very
of Barrett.
decent. He's a decent cornerback, Eddie. Like every time he came on the field, he played really well. So
No, 100%. But I'm saying like
yeah.
you're going to see more of Jade on the field than you'll probably see of Chris Abrams Drain this year, unless
True.
someone gets hurt. Unless Moss. And even if Moss or Surtain gets hurt, they're most likely going to probably put Jade in that position because they're going to want to see what he's got before they see Chris Abrams Drain. So
Mhm.
it's going to be really hard. Like, man, the Broncos got a lot of decisions because, like, I do believe they're going to pay. I do believe they're going to pay one. This whole team, I don't think they're going to get rid of nobody this season. They're not.
Mhm.
I mean, if like if one of these young guys come up and they really show something big, it's possible they can trade a Riley Moss. It's possible, like, if Akeem Butler or Pat Bryant show they can break out, maybe they trade a Sutton. Maybe they trade a Troy Franklin. or whatever. Maybe they trade a Riley Moss or a Jaquan if one of these other young guys step up and show they can be that dude. It's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to keep the entire team together this entire season, unless, like I said, someone just completely breaks out, one of these young guys. But I think they're going to keep everybody together because they're trying to win the Super Bowl this year. They're not going to be trading nobody because they're going to be trying to win a
True.
chip.
True.
And then I think next year, because next offseason, they don't have to let him walk. They can tender him.
Hmm.
Like they tendered J Mac. They could trade him at any point. They could tender him. He signs it. They bring him back for a couple weeks and they trade him off. I'm not saying J Mac, but they could do that to Riley Moss. They could tender him, keep him around, be like, find a trade partner, and boom, and then trade him off.
Hopefully next season, Eddie, we won the Super Bowl, and it'll be a very easy conversation. It wouldn't matter to me, honestly. After the Super Bowl, a lot of your team's gonna walk anyway. They're gonna get,
Well, that's
they're
the
gonna get
thing.
paid. So
That's the thing too, because if they win the Super Bowl this year, Bo Nix is going to be the number one person to get paid.
yeah.
It ain't going to be nobody else.
Oop.
Like everybody else is going to be on the back burner until Bo Nix's deal gets done. If they win the Super Bowl, hell, I don't even think they have to win the Super Bowl. I'm not saying I don't want them to, but even if they don't, say they make the playoffs again and Bo Nix has a hell of a freaking year, like he has another year like he had last year, or like I was saying earlier, like he throws for 5,000 yards and like 40 plus touchdowns. Even if they don't win the Super Bowl, they're good. Bo Nix is a top priority on the list to get paid.
Eddie,
Even as of
it's
right now,
yeah, it's better for the Broncos to go ahead and pay him anyway, because if you wait, that price is gonna go up. So
yep. So we'll have to wait and see. If there's any deal that's going to get done before the season starts this year, the only one that is going to probably happen, since we've already heard talks about it, is J Mac. That's the only one I can see getting done right
yeah,
now. Everybody else, I think they're going to let the season play out, see what they do, see how they play out, and then they'll decide next offseason, like, hey, we're going to keep this guy, we're going to tender this guy and trade him, or we're going to do this, we're just going to let him walk, whatever. So, but Mohamed, moving on to the next thing, what do you think of the Broncos' new training facility? I actually drove by there. I think it was Wednesday after I got off work. I went by there, but I'll give my thoughts. What are your thoughts based on what you've seen?
from what I've seen, Eddie, like pictures and stuff, it really looks good. It's very futuristic, and just it goes to tell you how much the owners actually care about the Broncos, about the franchise, about the players. And a lot of times, Eddie, when players are thinking about moving on, going to another team, they actually look at these things. Remember, years ago when Peyton Manning came in to the facility, they say he was asking questions about that stuff, like the training facility, all that. So it does actually matter to the players. So I'm glad we're getting that done, and hopefully the next step will be to get that stadium built. Whenever that is. It's it 2032 or something?
I think it's
2032?
in 2031.
31? Okay. Yeah. So,
And that's the year after Sean Payton's contract ends. So we'll have Sean Payton until 2030, and then he'll most likely retire after the 2030 season. And that very next season is when we're going to have our new stadium and a new head coach. So we'll be going into the new stadium with a brand new head coach at that point. Unless
so that's
Sean Payton, I think by the time his contract ends with the Broncos in 2030, he'll be 67. He might sign another 2, maybe 3 year contract and coach until he's 70. Maybe. I mean, a lot of coaches are doing that. They're coaching into their early to mid 70s now. So I think it depends on if they win the Super. Like if Sean Payton wins one, if he wins the Super Bowl, I think he retires after this contract extension's over. If he can win two, he's definitely gone. If he doesn't win one in the next couple of years or before his contract ends, he might, depending on how close the team is, if they can get that close. Like last year, the injury happened away from winning the Super Bowl or whatever, like they were last year. Like he might sign another 2-3 year contract after this next contract is over in 2030. He might. But I feel like the Broncos, they only did up to 2030 because whenever the new stadium opens, I think Sean Payton's probably like, I want to retire after this. I think Sean Payton thinks in his mind he's going to win the Super Bowl in the next 4 or 5 seasons. He's going to. 26, 27, 28, 29, 35. Sean's here for 5 more seasons. Like, Sean probably thinks he's going to win one, if not maybe even 2 Super Bowls. He knows he's probably going to win one. And I think after that, we'll get a Super Bowl, maybe possibly two, depending on how good this team stays. I think whenever the Broncos move into the new stadium, they're going to be like new everything. Like they're going to keep Bo Nix, of course. That he's not going anywhere because in 2030, Bo Nix will only be 30. Like Bo Nix ain't going nowhere, especially if he wins the Super Bowl here in Denver. He ain't going nowhere. Um, 2031, they're going to have a new stadium and most likely a new head coach. So, but the training facility, man, it looked beautiful. It's massive compared to what it was before. Like I drove by there the other day. It looks really nice. Like you literally can't like before when you were coming over the hill from like the west side of the
Hmm.
training facility, over that little hill, you could kind of see inside of the facility, or not the facility, but you can see inside where they practice on the field and stuff. Now that big building's there, you can't really see anything.
Would
So
they let people like tour it and go inside and stuff, Eddie, or is
there,
that off
there,
limits?
there was a team store in there. I'm sure that's probably still going to be in there. I just don't know exactly where you have to go for it. It's probably in that new part of the building somewhere.
Hmm.
I just haven't pulled in there yet, or really, because I drove by there on my way home from work the other day. So I haven't like I might go down there tomorrow and just check it out and see if there's a team store because I'm pretty sure it's 100% open now, right, Mohammed?
Yeah, I believe so.
So I might go down there tomorrow. I might go down there next week. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Um, and see if I can find the store. But yeah, it looks nice, man. It's massive. So, but one more thing to talk about, Mohammed, before we get out of here tonight. I want to go over, you know, would you take Bo Nix over this quarterback? Like we see a lot of people do this on national TV. It's like, would you take this quarterback over this quarterback? So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go through every single quarterback in the NFL, and you tell me if you would take Bo Nix or the other quarterback, and I'll give my opinion too. So let's go ahead and jump into this and have a little bit of fun before we get out of here tonight.
I'm gonna be
So
biased, Eddie, just so you know.
I'm not saying nothing. Uh, would Muhammad, would you take Bo Nix or Josh Allen?
Eddie, that's
Start off
that's
strong.
that's that's really tough. So with Josh Allen, Eddie, I think he's like a really good quarterback. I don't think he has have gotten the best coaching. Imagine putting him with somebody like Sean Payton. But I'll take Bonix because I mean Bonix did beat him, right? I mean, I'm sorry, it's what it is. Very
Well,
close.
I will say this. I do agree with you on this stance of Josh Allen. Like Sean McDermott was a great. I mean, he's a good head coach. He's not great. His whole thing was defense, and honestly, towards the end of his tenure there in Buffalo, his defenses sucked. They were not good.
No.
Like whenever I think of a defensive minded head coach, and that's what his specialty is, and you see what the freaking Buffalo Bills defense has looked like over the last couple of years, it's like really. I'm like, whenever I want a defensive minded guy, it's our head coach. If he's a defensive minded head coach, I want to see a defense like the Texans. Now I know that's hard because you got to get the actual players, but even if you don't have elite players like Anderson or Hunter or whoever, it's like you are a defensive minded head coach. You should be able to scheme up at least a solid defense. Sean McDermott's defense was just hot ass in my opinion. So, um, but with that said, Josh Allen and Bo Nix have faced each other twice,
Hmm.
I think, both times in the playoffs. Josh Allen won the first one, and Bo Nix won the second one. So to me, this is like a coin flip.
Yeah.
But the fact that Josh Allen's 30 and he literally cannot get past the AFC Championship game, he's been in the league for what, 8 years? Or going into his eighth or ninth season, something like
Yeah.
that. And he hasn't made it past the AFC Championship game. I don't think Josh is ever going to win a Super Bowl. Not with the Bills.
Mm.
Maybe if he goes to a better team, maybe that actually
Yeah.
gives a crap about building around the quarterback. But as of right now, I'm taking Bo Nix because of the youth, and he's still in his rookie contract. And honestly, he just got a better team right now and a better coach. So,
But you
and
know
to me,
what, Eddie? I just want I'll add that with Josh Allen, he this is his ceiling. I'm sorry, that's it. Bo Nix is still not there yet. I mean, we've seen a lot of good things, but he's still getting better. He's still learning. Just
yeah,
imagine, Eddie. Good.
Well, you have to take into account again, like you said, you have to take
Mm,
into account the coaching. You have to take into account the organization. The
absolutely.
Broncos organization, just like I hate to say it, the Chiefs organization, they're actually willing to help their quarterbacks.
Yep.
They go out, they get them weapons, they get them offensive lines, they get the right coach. I mean, I will say the Bills did finally, I think, I don't know if he's the right coach, but at least they got an offensive minded coach, head coach, to help Josh Allen. Finally. I don't like this whole go after a defensive minded head coach. You're not like in this day and age, you're not going to win a Super Bowl with a defensive minded head coach. I mean, I know Kevin O'Connell, or is it Kevin O'Connell? Kevin O'Connell went last year. He was a defensive minded guy. But that's like the first defensive minded head guy to win a freaking Super Bowl since 2018 Patriots with Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
Nope.
It's been offensive guys for like the last, 7 years. Out of the last, let me put it to you this way. Let's just go 10 Super Bowls. I think it's been, I'm not even going to count if the same head coach won the Super Bowl multiple times. It's been two defensive minded head coaches that have won the Super Bowl in the past 10 years. And that's Bill Belichick and Kevin O'Connell. Every other single one has been offensive minded. So I'm taking Bo Nix. Next up, Miami Dolphins, Malik Willis.
Come on, Bo Nix. I don't even have to say much. Come
Do
on,
we have
Eddie.
to say anything? Yeah, Bo Nix. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. I'm not even
Yeah.
going to waste time on it. So this one ought to be good. Bo Nix or Drake May?
Bo Nix. Eddie, my opinion about Drake May is very. I mean, he has the talent, but I think he's a crybaby. He's not good under pressure, and if the team needs him, he doesn't do what he's not gonna do what Bo Nix does. Like in the fourth quarter, if we need him to step up and go up tempo and score a point, that's Bo Nix. I don't think Drake May could do that.
Yeah, I'm taking Bo Nix. Like, I'm sorry, like he could barely beat the Broncos last year with Jared Stidham. If Bo Nix was playing that game, we would have whipped the Patriots' ass. I have no doubt in my mind about that. So, before we go any farther, we got a couple of comments in here. We got one from Clayton that says, hey guys, what's up, Clayton? Thank you for being in here. He says, smash that like and share, guys. Thank you, Clayton.
Thank you, Glenn.
Clayton here again. He's like, Bo Nix BAB. Let's go. What's BAB? I don't know. Uh, let's see. I think that's it. May not consistent is what he's talking about. Drake May.
Yeah.
Thank you, Clayton, for all your comments, man. Really appreciate it. Next up, you're gonna laugh at this one. Bo Nix or Geno Smith?
Come on, Eddie. Bo, Bo Nix.
Yeah, I'm taking Bo Nix too. Geno Smith, he had one solid year in Seattle like 3 years ago, and people are like, "Oh, if I was the freaking Jets, I would have just kept Justin Fields." So, Graham, I'm going down in order through each division. We got all the AFC teams, and then we'll do the NFC teams. Um, Next up is the AFC North. Bo Nix or Lamar Jackson?
Bo Nix.
This one I have a little trouble with, but just like with the Josh Allen thing, I'm going to take Bo Nix because he's got Lamar Jackson's got a new head coach, and I think honestly Lamar Jackson's hit a ceiling. He
He's
can't.
not going to win a Super Bowl, Eddie. I don't see him winning a Super Bowl. I'm sorry, not with that team. Anyway,
I don't either. I don't like new head coach, and I think Lamar Jackson's hit a ceiling too.
Mhm.
Um, and honestly, the Ravens are the kind of the same thing as the Buffalo Bills. Like to me, it's like the Bills and Ravens are the same. They got these great quarterbacks. They both got new head coaches, but the organization ain't putting weapons around. I mean, you could say Mark Andrews, you could say Derrick Henry, but what about receivers?
Yeah,
Like, who's the top receiver? Like before this year, who was the top receiver in Buffalo? Like, what was his name? Shakir, I
yeah,
think. Who was the top receiver in Baltimore last year? Zay Flowers.
yeah.
And none of these guys were. I mean, they were their number one receivers, and they're not like. Honestly, I don't even think they're number ones.
Nope.
But again, I don't think Sutton's a number one, but Sutton would be more of a one to me than those guys would be.
Yeah.
So this one, this one is really, really hard for me. But Bo Nix or Joe Burrow?
Eddie, yeah, you got me on that one. Um, I don't think it's wrong to go with either one, Eddie. I mean, he's that Joe Burrow. He's the man. Got to give it to him, Eddie.
Yeah,
Um, I don't like the same thing with the other ones, Eddie. I don't think he's gonna win a Super Bowl with the Bengals. I mean, they made some. They tried to help with the defense, I guess, this with the draft and stuff. But
but that's
no,
the thing. The Bengals actually did help Joe Burrow when it came to weapons. They actually got him weapons. They just didn't get a defense, so everything fell on Joe Burrow.
exactly. They paid two wide
Um,
receivers. Who does that?
I could say they helped him, but there's one. I don't want to say this because I think I'm going to sound biased, but it's not that I don't think Joe Burrow is better than Bo Nix because he is. Joe Burrow is 100% better than Bo Nix in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
but the problem with
Right.
Joe Burrow
Mhm.
is his health.
Right. I mean, Eddie, he's better than him right now.
Yeah, he's better than him right now, but it's his health is what worries me. He's
Mhm.
like the J.K. Dobbins of the quarterback,
That's
room.
so messed up.
He's got the talent. He's good. If he could stay healthy, he would do great things. We know this. It's just he can't stay healthy, and the best ability is availability. Joe Burrow, how long has he been in the league, Mohamed? 6 years, 7 years,
Yeah.
something, and he's missed like a total of like I think 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Like
It's just
I don't.
Eddie. It's sad because a lot of these quarterbacks that we talk about, I mean, they're so talented, and if you put them in the right situation, they'll have a ring or two. But we look at those teams and we know it's just not gonna happen.
That's the thing. Like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Like these guys, talent wise, are better than Bo Nix. It's just about the coaching. It's about the organization not putting
Exactly.
them in the position. And then with Joe Burrow's case, like the organization not giving him a defense, they gave him weapons, but also he doesn't have an offensive line. Why do you think he keeps getting hurt every damn year?
Yep. Yep.
Like,
It's so hard, Eddie. It's so hard. We're so blessed, honestly. Like we got it finally got it figured out because it's really hard to win a Super Bowl. So
the talent level of Joe Burrow, I would take Joe Burrow over Bo Nix as of right now. Maybe Nix gets just as good, maybe down the line when he gets older. I
mm,
don't know. I'm
yeah,
not referring to that, but I'm taking Joe Burrow with the talent. But as far as the health, I'm taking Bo Nix
yeah, I agree.
and the organization. Next up, this one should be really easy. Bo Nix or Deshaun Watson?
Let me think. Joe Burrow. I mean, Bo Nix. You got me all messed up. Bo Nix.
Yeah, I'm taking Bo Nix too. I ain't taking a freaking predator or a freaking sexual predator. Um,
You think they're gonna
and
start him, Eddie?
I don't know, dude. Like, I heard people say they should start him. And by week 3, if he's not showing improvement or he's not showing he's the guy, then bench him, put in Shador. Because they're like, if you start Shador and he sucks and you wind up benching him and bringing in Deshaun, then that's it for Shador in Cleveland. It might be it for Shador in the NFL at that point. I don't know. So, but I'm taking Bo Nix over Deshaun.
Hey,
Deshaun,
Shador can come and be a backup. I'll
yeah,
take him.
totally. His dad probably wouldn't leave Colorado then at that point.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm taking Bo Nix over Deshaun. Maybe Deshaun like 6, 7 years ago was better than Bo Nix, but this is showing now he's trash. So here's a good one: Bo Nix or Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. At some point he was the best quarterback, but those days are gone. Bo Nix. He
Yeah,
needs to retire is what he needs to do. I don't know why he's still in the league. Seriously, just go ahead and retire, dude.
yeah, I'm taking Bo Nix. Aaron Rodgers at one point was an MVP. He was a Super Bowl champion. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL like 10 years
Yeah.
ago. But that's not him. He's washed. He just needs. I agree. He needs to just retire. But Bo Nix, better organization, better weapons. I'm taking Bo. Uh, Now going into the AFC South, Bo Nix or CJ Stroud?
Bo Nix.
I
CJ,
agree.
he had that first season, his rookie season, and I don't know, he fell off a cliff. I don't know if it's the O line. I don't know if it's the team. I don't know if maybe he needs. That's another one, Eddie. He's got a defensive coach, right? So
Yep.
he needs coaching seriously like that. Because I know they were saying about trade him and all that stuff. I'm like, no. If you put him with a good coach, he's gonna do well for himself because he's talented too, Eddie. But I'll go with Bo
Mhm.
Nix.
I'm gonna go with Bo Nix too, and I agree with the whole defensive thing. I don't like defensive head coaches because it's about offense in this NFL nowadays. And look, the Texans had the best defense in the league. Like I know, saying that as a Broncos fan, it's hard to say, but it's true. Like other than like the Broncos had the most sacks in the NFL last year, but every other statistic, I'm pretty sure the Texans had us beat outside of the sacks. Which sacks are important. Don't get me wrong. Like that's probably one of the most important stats. But you put all the other stats together, the Texans had a better defense statistically. And where'd that get you? The wild card. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm taking Bo Nix over CJ Stroud. Bo Nix or Daniel Jones?
Bo Nix.
I'm going with Bo Nix too. I know Daniel Jones beat them last year, but honestly, that wasn't on the fault of Bo Nix. That was the defense. The defense let us down. If they would just got one stop, Bo Nix would have won that game. That seemed to be outside of the AFC Championship game. That was the issue. That was all of our regular season losses last year was because the defense just couldn't get one stop. Couldn't get one. Like what was it? The Chargers game. It was like a 20 something
Mhm.
to 20 something game. The Colts game was like a 20 something to 20 something game, and the Jaguars game was like 20 to 30 something. So like
It's
the
close.
Broncos, the Broncos put points up on offense. It's just the defense needed to get one stop in all three of those games. They couldn't do it. The
Mhm.
only game that the Broncos lost where the defense actually did their job was the AFC Championship game against the Patriots, and that wasn't on the defense. That was on Jared Stidham, in my opinion, because Bo Nix was out. So, um, Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence or Bo Nix?
Bo Nix.
I'm taking Bo Nix too. Trevor Lawrence has been in the league for years, and he did good last year. But Trevor Lawrence was a solid quarterback last year. But he was the number one overall pick. He's been in the league for how many years? Like Joe Burrow. Like Joe Burrow was always hurt. He was the number one
Mhm.
overall pick. Trevor Lawrence number one overall pick. Why haven't these guys won a damn Super Bowl yet?
And Eddie, that just goes to tell you that it's just sad because there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league, the ones that are still here, the ones that are retired or got cut or don't play anymore.
Yeah,
Um, could have done better if they were in the right situation. That's the thing, Eddie. It's like an equation. You have to get it right for it to work, and that's the struggle, I guess, for the league every year. You know,
yeah, you're not wrong. Bo Nix or Cam Ward?
Bo Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nix. Like I think Cam Ward's gonna be a stud in this league.
Mhm.
It was his rookie year. You know, he started off slow, but then he started really getting better towards the end of the year. And now that the Titans have actually added some players on offense and defense, I think the Titans are gonna be a little bit better. I still think they're gonna come in last in their division,
Mhm.
but they're gonna be better. And I
I think
think
eventually he's going to be a top quarterback. Eddie, I agree with you. He's going to be a top 10 quarterback eventually.
it's gonna be fun to watch him. That's for sure.
Yeah,
All right, last AFC division. Bo Nix. I'm going to go in a different order here. Bo Nix or Kirk Cousins?
Bo Nix.
I'm taking Bo Nix. Kirk Cousins is washed. And didn't Bo Nix already beat him? 2024 Falcons came to town and we beat them.
Yep,
We beat Kirk Cousins so bad
it
that
was a
they had to
beatdown.
bench him and they put in Michael Penix for his first like playing time in the
Mm.
actual regular season.
It was a beatdown, right? There he was. It was like a high score that I think we scored like,
No, it was like 30 something to 6.
yeah.
We killed the Falcons that game.
Hmm.
That was Bo Nix's, like I think that was like his best game of 2024 was that Falcons game, and I was at that game. Thank you. Um, Bo Nix or Justin Herbert?
Bo Nix.
This one's hard. Like I know it's the Chargers, but goddamn, I'm gonna have to say Bo Nix because at least Bo Nix can win a playoff game.
Yeah. Honestly, Eddie, to me, it wasn't about it's not about the talent. The guy is very talented. We all know that, you know. But can you win a Super Bowl? I mean, can you win a playoff game? You know,
I don't.
can
If
you?
Justin Herbert went to a
Mhm.
different team that was good, I think he could because he's got the talent.
Yeah.
Chargers are just garbage. I don't care if they got Harbaugh. Like Harbaugh is not that
Exactly.
great of a coach, in my opinion. Chargers are never going to win crap. Justin Herbert's going to waste away in Los Angeles. But on the other, I will take Bo Nix. But on the other side, I think Bo Nix has faced Justin Herbert what 3 times in his career, and he's lost every single time to Justin Herbert.
Well, this is the year, Eddie.
I mean, we beat the Chargers last year, but it
Who
was
wasn't playing?
it was Trey Lance that was playing in that
Mm.
game. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna go Bo Nix, but just slightly, just because I don't think Justin Herbert's ever going to accomplish anything in Los Angeles, man. Bo Nix has already accomplished more than Justin Herbert has in his small career.
True.
Big one. This is the big one to me. Bo Nix or Patrick Mahomes.
Bo Nix. Patrick Mahomes is done, Eddie. I mean, I don't know. He's not. He's won his Super Bowls and he's very talented and all that stuff, but I think it's kind of over for them. They're gonna be afloat. They're gonna eventually figure it out, win some playoff games. But as far as going to the Super Bowl, that's gonna be very tough.
Yeah, God, this one's hard because if you want to look at it, Patrick Mahomes has got the MVPs. He's got the Super Bowl victories. I do agree with you that he is going to like they're done. The Chiefs are done. I don't think Patrick Mahomes, if he's lucky, he might win one more Super Bowl, Casey. If he's lucky, because this ain't the AFC East for 20 years where they couldn't find the right head coach or find the right quarterback. Like the Broncos have the right quarterback. They have the right head coach. You could say that possibly the Raiders might. We'll have to wait and see. But they got Clint Kubiak. They got Mendoza. That could be a franchise guy. Justin Herbert, we both agree he's good. I just don't think the Chargers are ever going to do anything. But even with that, even if the Chargers don't win a Super Bowl, they're still a tough team to play in the West. We know this as Bronco fans. They've beaten us out of the last 2 years. They've beaten us 3 out of 4 times. So this ain't gonna be a cakewalk. And the fact that Bo Nix has outplayed Patrick Mahomes both times. I guess he lost to him the first time they played, but that wasn't Bo Nix's fault. Yet again, it wasn't. It was the special team blunder of a blocked field goal. Bo Nix has outplayed Patrick Mahomes, but if I hate doing this. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to say Patrick Mahomes right now. Like I know he's hurt. I know he's getting older, but I got to go with the experience here. Even though Bo Nix has outplayed Patrick Mahomes twice, I I'm the biggest cheese hater in Broncos country, I believe. I really do. But if I were to say Patrick Mahomes, I would probably be. I'm sorry. If I were to say Bo Nix in the scenario, I'd say I'm a homer. Like I can't. I do think they're going to wind up figuring it out eventually. Even if Mahomes winds up leaving the Chiefs, he's probably going to go somewhere else. I would not be surprised if Patrick Mahomes goes to a different team and maybe possibly wins the Super Bowl. I don't think. I think he's talented. But I still like now after this injury, and I think Reed's one of the biggest reasons why they won. But he could go to another team, to another great head coach, offensive coach, and he could win another Super Bowl. That's what I think of Patrick Mahomes
Yeah,
because
no,
that's
he's
the
good.
talent.
Yeah.
Maybe now that he's over 30 and after this injury, maybe that talent goes away. But I have to see it first. I've seen way too many times, even last season, even though they had a bad year. I hate saying it. I can't count on Patrick Mahomes. He still scares the shit out of me. Even
Yeah.
though Bo Nix has outplayed him, and I know Bo Nix can do the same stuff, he can march on the field and put you in field goal range to win a game or win the game for you. Patrick Mahomes has done it over and over. He's broke my heart so many fucking times. It's like I got PTSD. So we need to rapid fire through these, Mohamed, because we're over an hour already. Bo Nix or Dak Prescott?
Bo Nix.
I'm
Seriously,
taking
Eddie,
Bo
come on.
Nix. Dak Prescott's a bum. Um, sorry, Cowboy fans. Had some of the best teams around him. Sorry. Um, but yeah. Jackson Dart or Bo Nix?
Bo Nix.
Yeah, I'm taking Bo Nix too. Jackson Dart's good, but we need to see more out of him, honestly. Bo Nix or Jalen Hurts?
Bo Nix.
I'm going Bo Nix too. He whipped freaking Jalen Hurts' butt in Philadelphia last year in his house. This one's going to be fun. Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels?
Bo Nix. Because he
This
doesn't
one's
get
hard.
hurt.
Well, he did get hurt.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's had injuries on his ankle before. But the injuries that Jaden Daniel has suffered in his career is more, I think, more damning than, or it's more damaging to the quarterback, and that's his arm. Like we saw the way his arm bent last year in that game. Ugh. Like I'm gonna say Bo Nix, but it's really close to me. Bo Nix, this one's gonna be good because I know a lot of freaking people are probably gonna argue this one, even I don't know why. Bo Nix or Caleb Williams?
Bo Nix. And for the record, Eddie, I cannot stand him. But just that's just me. I really can't stand him. Whatever.
He's a cover athlete and he hasn't even done it. He's a cover athlete on Madden and he hasn't even done anything yet. He had one decent season, and that's more. I mean, Caleb Williams is talented, but that was more a testament to the coach last year and Ben Johnson, in my opinion. But I'm taking Bo Nix. Bo Nix or Jared Goff?
Bo Nix.
Same, Bo Nix. I think Jared Goff is what he is. Like if Sean McVay couldn't win the Super Bowl with him, I'm good. Bo Nix or Jordan Love?
Bo Nix.
I'm taking Bo Nix too. He's already beaten Jordan Love. Uh, Even with the best pass rusher in the game, or one of the best pass rushers, we still beat him. Uh, Bo Nix or Kyler Murray?
Bo Nix.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bo Nix too there. Mm-hmm. Next one up, I don't know who the starting quarterback is yet because they're doing a competition, but I'm gonna put both of their guys that could be the starting quarterback for the team. Um, Bo Nix or either Michael Penix or Tua Tagovailoa. I think I said his name right.
Bo Nix.
Yeah, I'm taking Bo Nix over both those guys. Bo Nix or Bryce Young?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix. Bo Nix or Tyler Shuck?
Bo.
I'm going Bo too.
I mean, he's an exciting player, but we don't know anything yet, Eddie. So it's too early.
Bo Nix already beat Bryce Young and Tyler Shuck. And he beat the last one in that division, Bo Nix or Baker Mayfield.
Yep. Bo
I'm
Nix.
taking Bo Nix. Last division, the NFC West. Bo Nix or Jacoby Brissett?
Bo Nix.
They call him Brisket. Yeah, I'm taking Bo Nix too. Uh, Bo Nix or Brock Purdy?
Bo Nix.
I'm taking Bo Nix. Bo Nix or the last quarterback to win the Super Bowl, Sam Darnold?
I mean, that's a tough one, Eddie, I would say, but I'll take Bo Nix.
It's not tough, Bo Nix, because it was the defense in the run game won that damn Super Bowl. It wasn't Sam Darnold.
He did
Last
okay.
one, Bo Nix or Matthew Stafford?
Eddie, that's tough. Um, Very talented. They might win a Super Bowl this season. But I do think that, he's an older quarterback. That's the ceiling. Right now, I will take Bo Nix. I would not take Matt.
I would take Matthew Stafford. He's the MVP. I'm taking Stafford. Sorry. Like, you put Stafford on this team, like the last 3 years, we probably win 3 straight Super Bowls. That's just my thought. I love Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's our quarterback. He's got a longer,
Mm.
he's got a longer time in this league. But if you were to put Matthew Stafford with Sean Payton the
True.
last 3 years, the Broncos are in the AFC Championship game, if not winning the Super Bowl the last 3 years.
True. I mean, if he was younger, Eddie, maybe. But for me, it's a lot of these things. Like I'm looking at the potential because I don't think Bo Nix had hit his ceiling yet, and we're gonna see when he has a play caller like David Swept. You're gonna see what Bo Nix is made of, Eddie.
Well, I'm not arguing that. I 100% agree. But here's my thing. Why you just said a little bit ago that the Rams are probably going to win the Super Bowl this year. Why do you say that?
It's just the talent, Eddie, like all over the place. And now they went ahead and added that pass rusher. Good God. Sorry.
That's my point exactly. You say that now. A lot of people are saying that because they added with the talent they already have, and they added
Good.
Miles Garrett, the
Yeah.
defensive player. Guess what? The Broncos have had the defensive player for the last 3 years in Patrick Surtain. They've had good young pass rushers. They had the best offensive line in the game the last 3 seasons. They got solid weapons. Maybe not Puka Nakua,
That's what I'm saying, Eddie. Like
But
as far as defense, yes, but offense, it's not fair.
no,
Come on.
I'm saying like if you take the Broncos roster from 25 to 20, 23, 24, and 25, you take the Broncos roster or would you take the Rams roster? Before they got Miles Garrett and we got Jalen Waddle, which roster would you take? The Broncos or the
Still,
Rams?
probably the Rams.
I would take the Broncos. They had a better defense all 3 of those years. They had a top 5 defense. The Rams had like a top 10. And we had the best offensive line, one of the best offensive lines in the
True.
game the past 3 years. You put Stafford on the Broncos team the last 3 years. I'm not saying like the Rams have been good, but we would have dominated. Like Matthew Stafford with Sean Payton, this offensive line, solid weapons, and a defense that was like top 5, top 3, top 2. Especially last year with the sacks. Dude, if Matt I'm not again, we would have Bo Nix last year, we would have won the Super Bowl, but I guarantee you we would have steamrolled everybody with Matthew Stafford in this defense last year.
Well, Eddie, we play him this season, so it's gonna be a showdown. Let's see it.
Yeah, but Miles Garrett scares me.
Yeah.
To be fair though, who unless Aaron Donald comes out of retirement, like to me, it's like here's the thing. I'll take Matthew Stafford because I think he's better right now than Bo Nix because he's the MVP currently. But let me put it to you this way. Who else on the Rams? I mean, the Rams have a solid defense. Who else on the Rams defense scares you besides Miles Garrett?
I don't know, Eddie.
Okay, I prefer Miles Garrett's the only one. Nobody else scares me. Not McDuffie, not Watson, none of their linebackers, unless Aaron Donald comes out of retirement. But I can tell you right now, there's 3 players on the Broncos defense that scares the ever living shit out of me if I'm a different player. Sorry for the cursing. But there's 3 players on the Broncos defense that scares the living crap out of me if I'm a different offense. Surtain, Hufunga, actually, should I say 4? Talanoa Hufunga, PS2, Zach Allen, Nick Benito.
Benito, yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you put Matthew Stafford on this team where they had, well, besides minus Hufunga, they had Allen, they had Benito, they had Surtain. You put Stafford on this team the last couple of years. Dang, dude, I'd be terrified. But that's my point. Like, but I'm taking Matthew Stafford. Like, I'm not saying Bo Nix can't be better than Stafford in the future. I'm just saying as of right now, I would take Matthew Stafford. He's the league MVP. You put him on this roster right now, especially now with Jalen Waddle. I can only imagine what the heck would happen. I'm not saying Bo Nix can't do like maybe Bo Nix will shock me. Maybe Bo Nix wins MVP this year and they won the Super Bowl because of Jalen Waddle. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. But that's it for us tonight, guys. If you guys could like, comment, subscribe on this video. Mohamed, any final thoughts before we get out of here tonight?
Just excited, Eddie. I mean, it's moving along. What we're in like halfway through June now. It's getting close, Eddie. Kind of looking forward to the preseason.
Yeah, like I said, rookies report to training camp in like 3 weeks, like mid-July, the rookies report. Then the vets report and training camp really kicks off at the end of July. The dates have not been picked yet. The tickets have not gone on sale. But, dude, like, it feels like just yesterday was the draft. It feels like just yesterday our season ended. Like, we were in the championship game and our season ended. It feels like just yesterday we beat the Buffalo Bills. That was what, 6 months ago? Dude, these next 2 months, like, yeah, I want the regular season to come, but preseason is going to be here like that. Like, these next 2 months are going to fly by. So, but that's it for us tonight, guys. We'll be back next week to talk to you more. We'll come up with some topics and, maybe we'll invite someone on if we can. But that's it for us tonight, guys. Talk to you guys later. Peace.